Hey everyone. I wanted to speak about my experience with psychiatric wards. I have had the opportunity of visiting two now, and by visiting, I mean voluntary stays. Um, so, yes. My first psychiatric ward was at Richmond, Virginia, the Virginia Commonwealth University um, psych ward, and that is a teaching hospital. So it was a pretty cool experience to see what medical students have to go through. But while I was there, I was re-diagnosed, prescribed new medication. Um, I was able to go through different classes, like different therapies, and then groups. We had the ability to request the chaplain, we could request um, therapy dogs, and we could also choose our food for the next day um, via a piece of paper that you fill out and give to them that day. So it was pretty cool. I would say that the food was great. The people were super friendly. I feel like both of my visits, I've met great people, some that I'm still friends with to this day. But it's only been a few months, so yeah. But, anyways, it's okay. Um, yeah, I've met great people. I got to talk with all sorts of people at the Virginia Commonwealth University, and that was kind of eye opening and moved me in like different directions in life as well, because you can learn from other people. So uh, that was a good visit. It was an expensive one. I believe the bill was like 25,000. But I have insurance and I am blessed that it was paid for. So yes. Next visit happened in December of last year, and this was only like a 5 day stay, I believe. And it was at the Alvin C. York Veteran Affairs Hospital in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And this visit was a little different. You couldn't be in your room all day like at the Richmond, Virginia one. This one you had to follow their schedule, and their schedule wasn't too bad. You had to do classes, excuse me, like Tai Chi. They had like they had different types of group. It was more of group than actual therapies. It'd be like groups for Bible study or listening to gospel music, stuff like this. While I was there, they didn't have any chaplains available, so they did the last day I was there. So yeah, they didn't have much of the same services as the Virginia Commonwealth University, um, and you had to follow their schedule. So we could only shower like once a day at 6 p.m. I believe, maybe 5. It was after dinner time, and whereas at the Richmond, Virginia Commonwealth University psych ward, you could shower at any time that you wanted. You could possibly take like 7 different showers in the day if you wanted. Um, so it was a lot different in that sense. But they both had TVs, and that's usually what you'll do if you're not reading something or drawing or coloring. Um, you're going to be watching TV. The VCU psych ward played a lot of the news for some reason, and that was just, let's say, aggravating the patients. Not me specifically, but people were not happy with what was going on in June of 2024 politically. So, yeah. But we're also there for like like there was some sort of BET awards, and for some reason the whole psych ward was watching the BET awards, and it had like the wildest people like dancing or performing. It didn't seem appropriate. At the at the VA hospital, had we had two TVs, but we were mainly using the common area TV, or at least I was. So I was watching whatever someone else had requested. A lot of westerns. There were sports. A lot of let's say like early 2000s movies playing. There was some news possibly, but well, no, I think they don't allow the news. Yeah, the VA hospital didn't allow the news. So yeah, we had to watch movies and stuff like this. If you wanted to take a nap there, um, you had to sleep on the chairs that they had. Some people were lining up chairs or like putting two so they could like lay down. Whereas at the Richmond hospital, you could just go to your room. Um, let's see. The dress codes for each place, you can't have shoelaces in your stuff. So if you bring clothes with you or have someone drop it off, it has to be free of anything that could harm someone. So yeah, but aside from that, the dress code is whatever scrubs they have available, and they're like patient scrubs. So I think they were like green at both of the places, and then you get the like socks that you can walk in. People call them the grippy socks, which are really nice actually, especially at the VA hospital because you can stack them with like a normal yellow grippy sock with a grippy sock with a sole, so like you can stack them and yeah. Um, bless. Um, aside from that, let's see. Yeah, so that's pretty much the dress code. I would say both places felt comfortable. Um, and you can request whatever you need. Um, so if you wanted a top, bottom, socks at the beginning of the day, then you could request that. And you just leave the clothes out for the cleaning people at the Virginia Commonwealth University. But for the one at Veteran Affairs, we would put the clothes in a hamper. So, well, yeah, like in a laundry hamper for the people to take care of it. So that's how that goes. They did have a restriction on how much you could have of, like, let's say, shampoo and conditioner, or they usually have like 3-in-1s or 2-in-1s at these places. I think I saw up to a 5-in-1. But anyways, um, yeah, they had a restriction at the VA one. So you would basically get like a small cup before shower time, and yeah, you had to make that last. You could also get lotion, shaving cream. At both places, if you wanted to shave, you had to be watched for it. So there has to be a nurse in there watching you so you don't hurt yourself. And I didn't shave at either place, so I'm not sure how many blades it have or they have, but I'm sure it's like a 1 to 2 blade, something that's like equivalent to prison. Like everything at these places are safety proof. Even the pens. The pens are just like the cartridge that you would find in a cheap pen, with a like silicone, a hard silicone sleeve over it. So yeah, everything's safety proof. Okay, lastly, here's my advice if you ever find yourself at a psychiatric ward. Um, you're there because you need help, so don't rush getting out. It is like it's a big pause on your life, especially if you have employment. When I went to my first one, I was working for the government, and I stopped shortly after. So yeah, it's pretty life altering. But if you need help, then you need help. Um, you can make a lot of phone calls while you're there. The VCU place would allow you to make as many phone calls as you want, but so did the VA. But the VA had a note at the phone booths that said to limit it to 10-minute calls. So, yeah. So that's pretty much what I got to say about going to psychiatric wards. That was my experience. I'm both were pretty expensive. I found out that I don't qualify for life insurance because I've been to a psychiatric ward. Let's see. Yeah, probably labeled as crazy now since, like I said, the association with a psychiatric ward is an insane asylum. Um, but it's all good. It was God's plan. So, yeah, I hope you liked it. Let me know what your psychiatric ward visit was like if you want to share.